Hello, I'm Cindy Burrows, and the story that I chose for my Wilder Award winner is The Legend of the Bluebonnet by Tommy DePaola. It was copyrighted in 1983 and is recommended for ages 4 to 8. So it's a picture book, has wonderful watercolor illustrations, which would be really great for reading aloud. And the text is not too much text. It'd be good for up through third grade, depending on their level of reading. So it's obviously a legend. And one interesting thing is in the back of the book, there's a quite long author's note that talks about the inspiration for the book and how he knew a reading consultant in Texas who recommended he write a book about the origin of the bluebonnet. And she sent as many different versions of the legend as she could find and helped him research the Comanche people so that he could make the story historically accurate. So I'm going to go and show a few of the illustrations as I summarize the story. In the beginning, well, here's the main character. She who is alone is a little Comanche girl who has lost her parents and most of the children in the tribe to a terrible drought and famine. And she has a little doll that her parents, it's really kind of her only connection to her family. It's her only possession, and she loves it dearly. In the beginning of the story, the illustrations are just overwhelmingly taken over by the sky, and it's very white and stark, and she looks pretty sad and lonely thinking about her family. And the tribe finds out that the only way that the great spirits tell them that they can end the drought is to make a sacrifice of a prized possession, that the people have been selfish in taking from the land, and that they must make the sacrifice to end the drought. So one night, as we go through here, the sky is really the main factor here in all the illustrations. The little girl decides to go up to the top of the hill all on her own, and she takes her doll and starts a fire. And next page here, she tosses her doll into the fire, and she then takes the ashes and sprinkles them, spreads them to the winds. And then the next morning, she wakes up to find the hill is covered with bluebonnets. So that's the origin of the bluebonnet flower in Texas. And here at the end of the story, the vivid blues and greens just brings the whole scene to life. And so the illustrations are really wonderful. And I think the lesson of the story is a great lesson to teach kids about the value of people and relationships as opposed to our possessions. Because, especially now in the world today where it's so materialistic, we can put an emphasis on possessions and things more than important people in our lives. And also in the author's note, he talks about how he wanted to convey that children can take small actions that can make a big impact on the people in our lives. So kind of to empower kids to feel that they can maybe do things, take actions that can make a difference. And I think most kids can relate to this story. Almost everybody has a special stuffed animal or a toy from when they're young. I have Teddy. He's 48, just like me, and still smells so good. But this was my special bear, and you can see he's patched all over from the time I was little till I was in college. I still, loved to find comfort in that bear. So I think a great activity for little kids would be to draw a picture of their special object. Perhaps they could make a list of the special people in their lives, and older kids could describe those in writing, and then maybe have a class discussion about how our relationships compare to our possessions and the value of people in our lives. And even for those kids who may not have strong connections at home, hopefully as teachers we can be that special person to them. So again, The Legend of the Bluebonnet, just a really wonderful story that I really enjoyed. Thank you.